Hello everyone and welcome to today's reading. I hope that all is well. If you're new here, I'm LeeApocrypha and it is a pleasure to meet you. If you're returning, welcome back, soul family. I love you guys. Thank you so much for returning. Alright, so let's just dive right in. I know I've been making the majority of my readings like in my car lately. It's just been easier for me and time management wise and stuff like that. So I know I gotta get back into using my room, doing more readings there, but here we are. I heard it's okay, you're afraid. Fear. Okay. King of Cults in reverse. On my YouTube channel, I always have information, disclaimers, and decks in the description box, so if you're interested, you can check it out there. King of Cults. Damn, I always forget this deck has a different way of going about these suits. Let me see something really fast. I always forget. Beasts were wands, curses were cups. I think swords are swords. Let's see. Swords are swords. So cults are pentacles. So King of Pentacles in reverse. The Hierophant. Seven of Wands. A beast. Let's see. Then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. Ace of Cups. And 4 of Cups in reverse. So let's see. You are cloaked in fear because you feel like you do not have enough. Because you see that you do not have what you need. But the truth is that you have more than what you need. You have more than what you see. You have talents that you can use not only to tap into your creative pursuits more, but you can make some money on the side with these talents that you have. But you have to learn how to market yourself. You have to put yourself out there. You have all of these ideas, and some of you are afraid of what other people may think, or that other people might not want your services or what you have to offer. But you never know unless you put yourself out there. And every business at the start is going to struggle. Don't be disillusioned as if you are not capable just because you don't see your own potential. You can be somebody for hire. You can put yourself out for commissions. You can offer your services to people. I'm seeing all sorts of things. I'm seeing music. I'm seeing art. I'm seeing poetry. I'm seeing like tarot readings as well. I'm seeing other things like that. Energy work. The more you put yourself out there, the more likely you are to be seen. That is just how the algorithm works. If you need to use more hashtags, use more. Put yourself out there. But don't just post one thing and then be like, oh, well, no one saw it. Well, of course, it takes time. But you are getting in your own mind. I'm seeing like heart chakra, root chakra, third eye chakra. I'm seeing imbalances in the chakras as well. Alright. There may be people around you who have asked you if you do something and you may say no. So for example, if you're a musician and you've had people say, oh, like my cousin is gonna have a birthday party, do you think you and your band like would be able to like come out and play or something? These are things that you should consider so you can put yourself out there. Whether you charge a small fee or you do it for free, getting that exposure is going to help you either way. You can do it by tips. You can have tips. I'm seeing artists. If you're an artist and you've had people that want to commission you, consider doing commissions, but finish your work. Okay, the Hierophant. You have to find balance between making your life come true. You can't just sit there and think about all the things you want and then not take the action towards it. This is a time for action, a call to action. Whatever it is that you want, you can achieve, but you have to be sure that you are being consistent with your efforts. Whatever changes it is that you need to make them. You need to spin a new web. You need to get on a new timeline. You need to really consider letting go of mentalities, people, places, things that keep you stuck and behind, that keep you from moving forward, that keep you sad and upset and angry. Of course, we cannot run from everything and all our problems, but there are some people that do make our life harder than it needs to be. I'm seeing 6. So I don't know if for somebody in particular this is a relationship. For someone in particular, this could be something from the past. But I'm seeing balance. There's this need for balance. As above, so below. As within, so without. You need to follow your intuition more. Spread your wings and fly. I'm seeing these wings, and I can see that there's like this tear here. I see it like somebody maybe saying like, how can I spread my wings and fly when there's a tear on my wings? Or how can I set sail to new endeavors when there's a tear on the sail? Fix it. Stitch it up. Patch it up. Fix it. I'm seeing Toothless from How to Train a Dragon. Toothless has one of his back wings injured. Like he was missing a back wing or something. So the main character, I haven't seen the movie in a long time, but the main character wanted to help this dragon that was injured and couldn't fly. So he made a contraption that would be able to help the dragon fly. Now I'm seeing animals that like are missing hind legs, or they're, was it paraplegic, or like they can't move their limbs, like their back limbs. And people make them like these little wheelchairs. Like, I'm seeing mobility issues, and I'm seeing other things too. There are ways that you can combat the issues that you have, but you have to be willing to look into how you can do that. If you're just sitting there like, woe is me, the world hates me, like I can never do this or that, well then you're not going to. And it's not because you can't, it's because you keep yourself stuck. There are people in wheelchairs that do so many things. There are people who have disabilities who figure things out on their own. When I was studying abroad in Japan, on the floors, on the sidewalks, they have like these yellow things on the floor, so that way blind people can like move their stick and like feel the texture of the floor. And each one of those will always lead somebody to a subway station. If you follow those, even if it's far away, like you will not be led astray. You will end up at a subway station. I saw 111, by the way. And I've seen people over there like literally just walking on their own, just doing that on their own. It's not crazy. It's not benign. It's not unheard of. Whatever it is you're going through, these are things that are more of a struggle and do make it harder for you, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. You don't have to keep relying on everybody around you when you're capable of doing more. I think there's a lot of misconceptions that just because somebody has certain issues means that they always have to rely on everybody around them. When the fact of the matter is, like, they're capable. I see 1212. I had a cousin that was partially blind, and I have seen her. She was the type that would always ask other people to do everything for her. She would be like, abuela, dame agua, like, grandma, give me water, like, grandma, give me this, grandma, give me that. When I have caught her, and my sister and I have caught her in the kitchen serving herself cereal with milk. So, like, why, when she's capable, would she, when everybody else is awake, act like she's incapable of doing anything? For attention, because she's lazy, different things like that. But she is more capable than she let on. She's not with us anymore, but I wished that she would have stood up for herself and done more for herself, because she could have done so much more. She was smart, but she relied so much on other people that it not only brought her health down, but it brought their health down too. There's nothing wrong with doing what you need to do and getting help from people, but don't overstep either. You're capable, from what I'm seeing just in this situation. I don't know your situation, but from what I'm seeing, you're more capable of doing more than you give yourself credit for. There are a lot of people out there with so many health issues that are able to do things on their own. And I'm not saying to, like, go against medical advice. If you're being medically advised, like, to be more careful, more cautious, then cool. Then be more careful, be more cautious. But at the same time, like, don't feel like you're not capable of anything. Unless you're bedridden and you're literally on the bed and you can't move for any reason, then you're more capable of things than you give yourself credit for. And I think a lot of issues in this world is that people give themselves excuses or give each other excuses, and then we keep ourselves stuck, or other people stuck when they're capable of more. That doesn't mean it's not difficult. That doesn't mean that they have a harder time with certain things, but it's not impossible. If someone is really, really short and it's hard for them to get a car to drive because they're super duper short and their legs don't reach the floor, that doesn't mean that there have not been cars that have been like adjusted foot pedals that haven't been adjusted to help people that are too short to reach the foot pedals. When there's a will, there's a way. And you can figure out a way if you really try. I feel like this is a big message for somebody. Give yourself more credit. You are more capable than you give yourself, than you allow yourself to believe. And don't believe all this shit of people like, ay, pobrecita, like, I feel bad for you. No, they could keep their pity. You don't need other people's pity. And I feel like you're tired of having people's pity. But then you're pitying yourself. Don't pity yourself. For as long as you are capable, do. And we all get old, we all get bedridden, and we all die eventually. That's a part of the process. But until then, do what it is you want to do, because you still can. Don't keep yourself stuck. There are people who have so many disabilities, whether it's physical disabilities, mental disabilities, or just different things, and they go to school. They have jobs. They pay their bills. Some of them live on their own. So for people that have less issues, when you really think about how these people that have more issues and how they're capable of doing it all on their own, like, it really is like a slap to the face. Like, why are we so lazy? Or why do we have so many issues? Or why do we keep ourselves stuck making excuses when there are other people that actually have excuses and they're still doing more? Give yourself more credit. Do what it is that you need to do. Do it for you. Okay? So I don't know who needed to hear that. Regardless of what it is that you are inspired by, do it. I don't remember her name. I know there's someone on Instagram that she is on a wheelchair and she's a cosplayer, and she's a seamstress. She makes her own outfits and stuff like that, and like, she does her own things, and she'll do videos that she's pretty much dancing and stuff, and like, that's so cool. It's so inspiring, especially for other people who may have mobility issues. People who've been told by society, you'll never be more than your wheelchair. You'll never be more than the cane that you're leaning on. You'll never be more than this. It's shit. It's bullshit. You're more than that. That is just an extension of you. That is just a tool to help you through your day. Fuck what other people think. You're a human being who deserves to express yourself too, just like everybody else. And you're beautiful, and you need to know that. You really do. Don't lie to yourself. Don't keep yourself stuck. What it is that you want to do, do it. There's a reason why it's in your heart. There's a reason why you're getting the intuitive downloads that is something that you need to do. And even if you're not somebody who has these types of issues, apply it to your situation. Okay? You have the intuitive downloads. You are intuitive. I heard psychic, I heard medium, I heard empath. Protect your energy, protect your space. But know that you have to do that for your own body too. The body is the temple. How are you taking care of yourself? 7 of Beasts, so 7 of Wands. For some of you, it feels like there's this elephant in the room. Like this giant. Like overcoming these fears, these doubts, these things is like a giant conquest. Some of you, this is another message. Some of you are connecting with deities and you're seeing it as something so much bigger than you. Like there's somebody on this mountain Ooh. Excuse me. All right, so like there's somebody up on this mountain, and there's this big thing. Some of you see these entities as so much bigger than yourself. Yes, they may be wiser, for sure. More ancient, for sure. There's so many things that they are, but we embody our own energies of similar things. They are our teachers. Give thanks to them, yes, but don't see them so much as something outside of you. See it as a part of you. There are people that believe that we all have some kind of essence within us, some kind of soul part. And I've heard different people say that. I see 2112, so mirrored synchronicity. 33 may be significant to you. If you're a life path 33, which I am too, that's a master teacher. Don't be afraid to communicate with the entities you feel drawn to. Don't see them as something so much out of yourself. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. I don't mean to be cocky and be like, this is me. You are you. And you have a soul part. But you are still you. But there's nothing wrong with embodying their energy. It's like people that work with the tarot, the major arcana, in ways of activating archetypes within ourselves. If that's a journey you've been wanting to do, if you've been wanting to learn tarot or something, do that. Consider it. Go through all of the major arcana. And every day that you work with it, try to embody that energy just a little bit more. Starting with the Fool card, embodying that openness, that willing to try something new, that going with the flow, not being afraid, just doing it. Exploring. How exciting is that? Going with the Magician, the next one, the Magician. Embodying all of the elements, finding that balance, and using your sacred practice and manifesting, using your magic, the magic within you. It is not evil. It is a tool given to us by God. Or you could see it however you want, but I see it as a beautiful gift. Intention is everything. So no matter what it is, there's no excuse. It is your intention that makes it what it is. People could say, oh, magic and witchcraft is evil. No, you just probably don't understand it at all, that you think that because that's how you were raised to believe. But there's so many people out there that look just like an everyday person, that do the work to help uplift humanity behind closed doors or even to people's faces without saying a word. Being a witch or being a practitioner is not about how you look. I know people might see me and be like, well, who are you to talk? How I dress has nothing to do with it. It's an expression of me. That's my art. But the majority of practitioners don't dress the stereotypical witchy aesthetic. I cannot tell you how many people that I've met that have like a witchy aesthetic that don't even practice, or that are barely starting. And I cannot tell you how many people that I've met that just look like an everyday person, like a mom, a grandma, a brother, look like anybody. And they're way further deep into it. It's not about how you look, it's about the work you do. 2444, 444 may be significant to you. Okay? So again, it's not about the aesthetic. If that's something that you're into, then cool. But they're not in tandem. You do not need the style or the aesthetic for the actual manifestation. That's not a part of it. Energy work is energy work. How you clothe yourself, how you express yourself, that's something different. I don't know who needed to hear that, but that just needed to be said. Ten of Wands in reverse. I'm seeing someone who is afraid of death. Death is inevitable. If you're afraid of the death, I highly recommend that you work with the death card. And people are afraid of the death card because they don't understand it. It is not usually, I saw 2552 and then 555. For the most part, it's not even usually about physical death. It's usually about an egoic death or about change and transformation. I see people that are afraid of transitioning, afraid of transformation, afraid of the afterlife, the unknown, afraid of the occult, afraid of different things like that. There's power in learning about what makes you fearful. There's power in tapping into that and facing those fears. I'm seeing Belial's energy, Kali's energy. I'm seeing Ganesh. It's okay to be fearful, but don't let it keep you stuck. There's so much more out there. It's a waste of time to fear death. It's inevitable. So why fear it? I don't fear death. I fear pain. I think that makes more sense because, I mean, again, the inevitable. We're all going to die anyway. And it's funny because I'm actually wearing, like, I don't know if you can, like a graveyard thing. But anyway, let's see. Ace of Curses. Somebody's afraid of love. Afraid of being emotionally present. Afraid of expressing their emotions. Don't be afraid. There needs to be a transition in this energy so that you can manifest what it is that you want. Some of you are afraid because you've been backstabbed. There's still an open wound. I'm seeing like issues with the heart chakra. I'm seeing blockages in the heart. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel your emotions. There's 5 drops here making me think of the 5 of Cups. When no longer resonates with you, it's a lesson. Everything in life, whether we deem it as positive or negative, is a lesson for us. It's a lesson. If you choose it to be. But if you don't, then you're probably just going to be stuck repeating the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. It's not because you're not capable of overcoming. It's because you don't want to face your shit. Face it. There's a reason why it's coming to the surface. You have to face it. Or don't, but then don't be surprised when you're stuck in the same situations over and over again. Don't be surprised if you pass away and then your next lifetime you're like, damn, why do I have these issues? It's probably because you didn't face it now. It's just gonna keep repeating until one of your lifetimes decides to fucking deal with it. Let that time be now so that you can appreciate and embrace who you are now and appreciate and do the best that you can in this lifetime. 4 of Cups in reverse. Start to see. Open your eyes and see the truth. Be open, be honest, express yourself, express how you feel. See the truth of the matter. Don't keep yourself stuck anymore. You're not a prisoner. If you're not literally imprisoned, you are not a prisoner anymore. the past may still haunt you, but that doesn't mean that you can't heal that and move forward. Don't let the past keep you stuck. I'm seeing like 8 of Swords. The 8 of Swords in the original Rider-Waite-Smith tarot is depicted by somebody who is lightly bound and blindfolded, and there are 8 swords around them, and they're keeping themselves stuck prisoner, because the truth is they're so lightly bound they could just wiggle out, remove the blindfold, and walk right past the swords. They're not in a cage, they're out in the open, and just because there's swords around them sticking on off the ground doesn't mean that they can't just walk by them. Hell, I mean, they could even just like walk towards a sword and use that to remove the fucking bindings. There are many different ways that you can unlock yourself, unblock yourself. But you have to make the moves to do that. You can't expect other people to save you. You have to save yourself. And the truth is, if you need help, get help. There are many people who want to help you, whether they're family or their friends or they're professionals. I'm seeing healthcare professionals, I'm seeing mental health, I'm seeing psychologists, psychiatrists, I'm seeing social workers, I'm seeing all sorts of things. There are people who are trained to help you, who have probably seen worse, who probably heard worse. Or maybe you'll be that first person, and what they learn with you will help somebody else in the future. Going to speak to somebody is to help you through what you're going through, but in the end, you still have to be the one to do the work. They can give you the tools, they can tell you what they think, they can find and pinpoint the source of your issues and your traumas and all the past things that have haunted you. They could give it to you on a platter, and you could see it, but if you don't actually do something about it, then it's a waste of time. And it's not because it was literally a waste of time, it's because you choose not to face it. You choose not to work through it. Talking to somebody is half the battle. The rest of it is you working through it. And there's nothing wrong with having somebody to help you work through it. We all need somebody at some point. Excuse me. But in the end, I saw 3311, and then after he said that, it was 13. Excuse me. Don't be afraid of your darkness. Don't be afraid of your shadows. Don't be afraid of your past. Your traumas are not you. They're not. Use that as a tool in your belt to overcome situations in your life. Take your power back from what has happened to you, because you deserve to overcome. You deserve that. You deserve to be happy. We all fuck up. We all make mistakes. Cool. Like, as long as you learn from it, you apologize when you need to, you admit when you're wrong, and you move forward. Cool. How somebody else takes it, fuck it. Learn your mistakes. Heal. Do what you gotta do to help yourself and people around you. Okay? Let's see. 2 of Wands underneath. Look forward to the future. Look forward to the possibilities that are ahead of you. Again, there's more than you give yourself credit for. I'm going to get a chakra. One of these chakra cards. I'm seeing a lot of like lower chakras. Wow, that's too many. But that's way too many. But I literally said I'm seeing a lot of lower chakras, and it's mostly lower chakras here. Out of, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Out of 9 cards, only 2 of them are higher chakras. So I am not gonna read all of these. Let's read the first one though. It says, Solar Plexus, the warrior, I embrace my inner strength, power, and resilience, and I allow myself to shine. I unfold my full potential as an empowered person with a true sense of who I am. I grow in consciousness as I overcome and transcend life's challenges. I need the warrior inside me for the journey ahead, and I am courageous in moving forward. I think that says it all right there. That sums it up. But let's go ahead and get another one. You are the warrior in your own life. Connect with spirit. So there's a lot that came out. I'm just gonna get this one. You're the warrior in your life, whether you're a male or female or whatever. You don't need saving. You can save yourself, and there is power in that. This is throat chakra. Connect with spirit. I develop a quiet mind that allows me to tune in and get in touch with my higher self or my spirit. I listen for the guidance that is there waiting for me to hear. I am open to the truth, and I welcome spiritual inspiration from others. I will benefit greatly by practicing meditation and stillness. I ask for inner guidance to assist me in getting more in touch with my spirit. I know that if I ask for guidance, it will be given. Speak your truth and connect with the entities that you are feeling drawn to. There's a reason why you feel drawn to them. They want to work with you. And if you're afraid, I've had this conversation with a coworker of mine. If you're afraid, then that's okay. Just keep doing the research. Keep learning about them. For example, if you know that they love a certain stone or a certain herb or a certain object, like mirrors, pomegranates, apples, certain stones, I don't know, whatever else, then when you feel drawn to something, even if you can't explain it, even if it's not something that's been written that they're into, maybe they're leading you to it because they want you to connect with them through that object. And it is not an idol of worship. It is not. That's not the point. It is just for a human brain to help us a little faster in connecting with them. And it could be anything. Shells, coins. It could be your favorite little knick-knack. It could be a piece of jewelry. It could be anything. So I'm going to, again, there's a lot here. Base chakra, instinct. I trust that my instincts are correct, and I let my natural intuitive feelings guide me forwards. They're guiding you to people, places, and things for a reason. Listen. Follow the guidance. Even if you don't hear them, you feel it, and you can't explain it, there's a reason. I will know what I need to do and how to respond with wisdom to situations that come my way. I have an innate desire to be of service in life. As I tap into this feeling, I will know what service I am called to do. I believe in myself. I think that's an affirmation that you should use. And I feel like this is bringing back into our awareness, like whether you're a musician or you're an artist or you are a spiritual practitioner or whatever the case is, even if you're into fashion and you want to be a personal stylist, even if you do makeup and hair or nails and you want to do that, do it. Do it. And if you need school for it, save up for it. Learn what you can now, because there's so many resources, and work on those things with your friends and with your family. And then while you're doing that in tandem, work towards those certifications that you need for certain practices, because certain practices legally need a certification. That's understandable. But if it's what you really feel drawn to do, you really feel called in your heart, there's a reason. Don't ignore it. It's there for you. It's there for you to tap into you. Everybody is different and beautiful in their own way. And how much more beautiful and expansive, I saw 4111, would this world be if everyone just tapped into their own resource, into their own desire, into their own dreams, and helped others to do the same with theirs. All right, so I hope that this message brought some clarity and perspective into your situation. I am available for private readings, and I saw 4141 in person and online. If you're interested, let me know. I do have other things in the works that I'm getting certifications for as well. So I am already Reiki certified, but I'm getting other certifications soon. So stay tuned for that. I will definitely post an announcement when those are ready to add to my repertoire of services. So thank you guys so much. I love you, and I hope that you have a great day or night, whatever time it is. And always remember that everything in life, you can either take it as something to make you or break you. I saw 4224, and that's hard to hear. And it sucks. But that is literally the truth. So you deserve to overcome. You deserve to be happy. You deserve the best. So don't keep yourself stuck. All right? So I love you guys, and I hope to see you in the next video, whatever that will be, whenever it is. So take care. See ya. Bye.